Welcome back to Do It Yourself Day on PowerHouse. So far, we've walked through the house trying to find places that allow the outside air in. We found air leaks around some outlets, around windows, and some leakage at the bottom of the door. While sealing up the leaks only costs around $50, we gave ourselves a max budget of $300 at the store, so we can take on a few more projects. We picked up the supplies we needed to fix the leaks. We also picked up some LEDs and some other items for a few other projects. But now we're back and we're ready to get to work. The easiest fix will be to tackle the air leaks around the outlets and light switches. Now we picked up these little foam plates and they should do the trick nicely. All you have to do is use a screwdriver to unscrew the plates around the switches, and once you've done that, just take out the foam pads and knock out the little perforated shapes like this, and then we'll place them into the area around the switches or the outlets. For added insulation, you can even caulk the gap between the outlet and the wall. And you can put the cover back on, and if you choose to, you can put in these inexpensive child safety outlet covers. You've just stopped the air flowing through the outlet. Now let's finish up the rest of the switches and outlets on the exterior walls of the house. I'm done here. It looks like you're ready to take care of some of those leaks around the window.
That's right, Megan. The caulk gun is all ready to go. We're using a clear latex caulk because the clear latex caulk is easy to clean up and it's great for any inside jobs we have to do. All you have to do is carefully cut the end of the plastic tip with a utility knife. You want to do it at an angle so you can move the gun slowly in the direction you are trying to seal. Once you've clipped the tip, you can use a small screwdriver to break the seal inside and you're ready to go. Now this can get a little messy, so you'll want to have a rag or two nearby. Caulk can ruin clothes, carpet, or furniture, so be careful where you put the gun down after you use it. The caulk will continue to come out of the tube after you are done using it. Find the gap you want to seal and make sure it's clear of any dirt or grime. Then place the caulk gun at an angle at the top of the crack. Start to pull the trigger and wait until you see the caulk beginning to come out of the tip. Once it starts to come out, slowly move the tip along the length of the crack while you are still squeezing the trigger of the gun. When you near the end of the crack, stop squeezing and move the tip away from the window. Place the tip of the caulk gun on a rag or paper towel. Now you can use a caulking tool or a wet finger to slowly smooth out the bead of caulk you placed over the crack. This helps seal it to the wall and window while also filling the crack. If you bought a clear sealant, it will dry clear. Now I'll go around to the rest of the windows where I found the leaks.
Good job sealing all those leaks up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you say we tackle that leaky door?
Sounds good to me.
We found out that we have a gap at the bottom of this door, so we wanted to stop that draft by placing a door sweep right here at the bottom.
Now there are all kinds of options. Some don't require screws, but we wanted a more permanent solution, so we bought one that requires a little more work than just peel and stick.
The first thing that you'll want to do is to measure the width of your door. Now after that, make sure that you measure the door sweep itself, and if it's too long, you'll have to cut it to fit. We were fortunate enough to get one that's exactly the right size for this door. If you do need to cut it, use a hacksaw to cut the metal and scissors to cut the vinyl.
Once you've got it cut and measured, place the guard along the bottom of the door according to the instructions. You want the ceiling part of the guard to be low enough that stops the drafting of air, but not so low that it interferes with the normal operation of the door.
While holding it in place, mark the holes where the screws go. After you've marked those holes, you can attach the door sweep, making sure that you line up all of the holes with all of the marks that you made. Drill all the holes and screw it in place. Once you've put all the screws in place, you can close the door and see how it works. You shouldn't see any daylight underneath the door.
You know, I think it looks pretty good, Megan. That should keep any air from finding its way into this house at this spot.
Great. I've got one more little surprise project for us to do, and it looks like it should be pretty easy. Okay, check out what I found here, Pete. This is insulating window film. It cuts down on the sun's glare and can help reflect some of the heat that comes into the house by the sun. And the best part of all is that it's not permanent, and it's repositionable and reusable. So I thought we could add the film to the sides of this south-facing part of the house, and that would cut down on some of the heat that comes into the house during the summertime.
Sounds like a project to me. And here's the application process. The first step is to clean the window, measure the window, and cut the film. It's best to unroll the film on a clean, flat surface. Then, wet the window, generously spray the glass with the film solution. Next, you'll want to separate the white paper liner from the film. Then, apply the film to the glass. Squeegee the center line of the film from top to bottom. Trim edges of the film, and finally re-wet the film and squeegee as we did previously. Wrap your squeegee with a low lint cloth and squeegee each edge. Megan, this looks pretty good, you know, and I really like how the film cuts down on the glare.
Yes, and the energy efficiency factor.
Oh, we like that. Now, speaking of surprise projects, I've got one that'll have you wishing for a rainy day.